Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with One Punch Man Season 3 episode number 10 reaction. So the previous episode we got to see Child Emperor versus Phoenix Man, and he was a very tough opponent because he dies and he comes back to life. He's a phoenix, which makes sense why he does that. And you can see Child Emperor was kind of struggling. He was using a lot of his like gadgets and everything. It was not working because technically he was very similar to Garo in that sense, where Garo, the more he closer to death Garo gets, the stronger he becomes. So technically, in that way, Phoenix Man was also kind of the same. So like it was difficult, but in the end, he like Child Emperor does a very smart move where he puts something in Phoenix Man's like inside his costume, because the power comes from his costume, kind of in a way. So after he gets strong enough and he's able to destroy the costume himself, he puts that thing inside his costume, which makes him tear the costume apart, which was the reason for his downfall. And like yeah, we were able to defeat him by the end of it. So that was very smart of him. In the end, we were able to win. Yeah, but obviously the danger is not gone. We are still in the middle of the enemy territory. The hostage has not been saved. Child Emperor is on his way to uh, back to the surface, and all these things are happening. So yeah, let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is the preference. Let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, zombie man. Oh, damn. Oh, well, he's a zombie. He doesn't. He's already dead, so Damn. Guys, he's a zombie. I'm pretty sure it'll be difficult to kill him. Bone breaking. I was gonna say immortal bloodbath. Yeah. Right. Who the? Oh, it's a vampire. Damn, vampire versus zombie. That's an interesting combination, right? Vampire, purebred. But the thing is, he's a zombie. Damn. Wow. Who's narrating? You know what? Why don't we clean up this rabble first and then do the battle? Oh! Quick draw. Well, he doesn't have. Does he like have blood? He's a zombie. I was gonna say it's it's rotten. Probably he's dead. Guys, are you guys dumb or something? He's a zombie. His name is Zombie Man. Oh, I guess they don't know his name. He still haven't introduced himself. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait, so he's not someone who got his power from. That's why purebred. Ah, do you have some silver bullets? I feel like that'll work better with him, or like some garlic or something. He's a vampire. Bruh. Oh, he's gonna wait. He's gonna get up. Yep. This is a very this is a very bad matchup because he's a zombie. Yeah. Ugh. Damn. What in the hell is going? That part was bad animation. Wait, did his gun just disappear? What the hell? Okay. Ah, it's fine. Oh! Silver bullet, right? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Wow. These guys are just standing there to get absorbed and eaten by. Yeah, you guys are dumb. Plus supply. Well, about that. Wait, what's happening? Is he absorbing the bats? Okay, what is going on? Alright. 30 minutes later. Oh wow. Oh damn. He wow. Damn. Yeah, you guys are absolutely dumb. Yeah, I was gonna say he's going to lock this place. Yeah, you guys lack a brain. You saw how he destroyed the absolute dumbasses. Well, what else can I expect from riffraff monster? Whoa. Oh my god. Well, take a little bit of rest. Is that did Child Emperor give him that lollipop or something? Bruh. Right. Damn, he just healed. Oh, big god. Wait, what? Oh, damn. He's probably going to swallow him whole. I'm talking about big god. I remember he just swallows everything whole. Oh boy. Oh god, what the hell? Oh my god, why? Why is it pink? Oh god. Oh, this monster is here. I don't know her name. Oh, he's gonna. Oh damn. Right. Oh. Oh wow, he's healing as well. Hmm. Damn. Oh whoa, what in the what? It's a drill? Damn. Oh wow. Right. Oh. Oh, it's Amai Mask, right? He's in the opening. Hmm. One hand in the pocket. The hmm. Right. Oh really? Right. My mask is like uh Hmm. Break the brainwashing. What? Uh, I don't know. Damn. Yeah, he's. Oh my god. I swear. Bruh. He just one-shotted everyone. He's gonna punch him in her in the face, I feel like. Right. Yeah. Well. Yo! This is something else, man. Oh god. What a malong. What a malong hair? Yeah? Bruh. Yeah, you're giving. Right. Hmm. Well, I don't think he was gonna say. Good God, this filter again. I absolutely hate it. Damn. Why? This is so jarring. Okay. Yeah. Ah man, this is why the disco lights. I, they love their disco lights. What? Counter the hairs killing in it, but damn. Just still images. Oh my god. Oh wow. Damn. That's a guy is here? Oh. Oh yeah, his hair. It's all gone. Damn. Well, it worked. Yeah, let's see what he's doing. Oh, what? Okay. Damn. It's just, I guess he is called Atomic Samurai, so he just destroyed them in like molecular particles. Chopper up. Uttagiri. Oh! Uh, oh. Oh, he's here. Oh, damn. Copy. Well, you're going to experience the real deal now. Yep. I should order one online. Damn. Hmm. Okay, buddy. Damn. Yep. I don't think he's done yet. I feel like he's going to still be, but you know. Oh, damn. Right. Oh, he got away. Yeah. What the? Oh, yeah. What is this? I'm just. What is that voice? Wait, what? Why are they showing the opening now? What is happening? Why this show is people are so confused about this show, I feel like. This is one of the most why? They could have just skipped the opening and showed the ending. Why the opening now? Oh my god. Okay, that's it. Like I said, I don't understand why they showed the opening at the end. They could have just skipped the opening and showed the ending, but whatever. Alright, so today's episode. Obviously, at the beginning, let's talk about the animation. The animation was not good today. Yeah, like it's just I wouldn't say it has gone back to the quality that it was back then. It's at least better than the worst of the worst quality that we have gotten. But at least the last two episodes that we got of Flashy Flash and Child Emperor, this episode is way inferior to those two. So, but it is still better than, like a few of the other episodes that we have seen. Like, this is like, yeah, it wasn't really that good. And I feel like the reason why it wasn't that good is because there wasn't like any kind of major fight today. We did have Zombie Man battle and Amai Mask. I expected them to do Amai Mask's battle a little bit better because Amai Mask is supposed to be someone who is this mysterious type of entity who people don't know why, like, because he mentioned multiple times how he's at rank A because he doesn't want to go, he wants to be at the top of A, and something like that he said. um and that's why he could have easily become a rank S, but he hasn't because of that. Um, so we do know that. That is why, but still we haven't really seen him fight properly before. So I was expecting a little bit better from like the animation, at least in his like department, like give him a little bit more attention. Like the amount of attention that they gave Flashy Flash and Child Emperor, I was expecting that for Amai Mask as well. And yeah, we didn't really get that. Same with Zombie Man as well. Other than those two, there was these three fighting. So I guess the studio probably not studio, but like the people probably thought that you know what, not important enough to to like give our full budget onto it. So just they cut corners, and yeah, that's why this is what we got. Yeah, like it's pretty obvious. Like, you can see like the difference in quality, and you can understand they have literally like like based on how important the characters are, they have literally made those episodes animate well. For example, Garo's episode, Garo versus what was his name, Orochi. That episode we had a little bit of good animation there because it was like a Garo's battle and everything against someone like Orochi. The Flashy Flash's battle was very good. Like then we had Child Emperor's battle was also quite good, and now again we have these low quality battles. Next episode, I'm guessing we will be getting to see. Um, Wait, who was that at the end? Just a minute. Yeah, this I don't know who this is. This weird looking monster, like who with this small little monster. That monster versus Atomic Samurai. I'm guessing this monster is pretty strong, like contrary to his appearance. Otherwise, why would they pair him up with Atomic Samurai? I don't know. So maybe if this battle is important enough, they will be doing a better job in the next episode. If not, then we'll probably get the same quality as we got today. Unless until it's some really major battle, we are not getting a good quality again. Also, how many episodes does this season have? Like, just a minute. Because I'm guessing like we probably won't to get to see Saitama this season, like at all, like his battle or anything like that. Which I feel like is a good thing because oh god, the abomination nation that we are getting. I'm actually glad if this season doesn't include Saitama battle or something like that, because good lord, this is horrible. And there is a possibility that the next season, like of season 4, whenever we get it, will be even worse than this. Oh no, that'll be something. If that's the case, then my condolences, like but I'm expecting that after this disaster, they at least, like next time they make season 4, they at least think that, all right, you know what, maybe we actually like give this season the love and care it deserves. Like, maybe we don't, like, we don't give our animators huge amount of work so that they have to start cutting corners. Maybe we give them enough time, maybe we give them enough budget, for them to do a better job. Hopefully next season, the ones who are, in control of One Punch Man, like the animation, I'm not talking about the animators, I'm talking about the ones who are, giving orders and who are telling people and allotting the budget or allotting the time. Those people, like, hopefully they think that, what, this season 3 got a 4.5 out of 10, absolutely abysmal score, review. Like a popular anime, manga like One Punch Man getting this, uh, is probably going to reflect bad on us as a company. So let's do a better job this time, and let us at least, like, make sure that this is getting the amount of attention that it deserves, instead of just, like, rushing this or doing it in a very bad way. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm just hoping that they think like this and next season is better, because I don't think we're getting to see Saitama this season, because this is episode what, 10, I think. Yeah, there's two more episodes left after this. Like, next episode, I'm guessing we'll probably see Atomic Samurai, and there's still a few fights left. We haven't seen Puri Puri Prisoner fight still. They are in the opening, so I'm guessing we'll see them fight. Haven't seen Puri Puri Prisoner. Haven't seen that guy. There's a few other people we haven't seen properly fight. So, maybe we're going to get those. I hope that, I don't know whether Tatsumaki has any battle or not. We haven't really seen Tatsumaki fight as well. And again, like I said, I'm glad we haven't. Like, I'm glad we haven't seen Tatsumaki fight. I'm glad we haven't seen Saitama fight. And, we have seen Garo fight, but, I don't think that really counts, because I'm guessing we'll probably get to see another fight, Garo fighting, like, Orochi or something like that, maybe later on. We still haven't seen Genos fight. Like, we still haven't seen, like, a lot of characters, like, good characters fight. So I'm hoping this season they don't fight. Actually, I'm really hoping that, because that would mean that will be animated next season. But again, like I said, I'm just like hoping that next season will be better. It can be the reverse as well. It can be even worse than this. I don't know how much worse you can get than this, but you know what? These guys can surprise us. Like, they can pull out something next season. They can pull out such atrocious animation that we'll be like, oh, you know what? Season 3 was better than this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. So yeah, like looking at the, what can I say? Looking at the bright side, I'm saying this is hoping for the better. So that's why I'm saying I'm glad we don't have Saitama battle, at least for now. We still haven't seen him fight, so I hope that it stays that way. I hope in these last two episodes we don't get any major fight. Like, by major fight, I mean Saitama's fight, maybe Tatsumaki's fight. Who else? Garo. Yeah, these three. These three we still haven't like seen properly. So I hope it stays that way. Please, do not animate those. Like, at least in this season, just don't. Like, yeah, that is crazy. I never thought I would say something like this with my own mouth, that I'm actually hoping that major battle is not animated in this season. Usually we're like, oh, I hope we get to see this fight or something like that. I'm saying, no, I hope we don't get to see whatever is in store for us, at least in this season. Like, keep it for the next season. Good God. But anyways, yeah, this episode was not good. Like I said, it was better than a few other episodes that we have seen, which was even more atrocious. But still, it wasn't that good. For example, there's a few things I was extremely disappointed. first and foremost, um, Zombie Man's fight. There was one section where I was cringing so hard. It was that part where the vampire was there. He was attacking, and Zombie Man was there, and Zombie Man was like kind of carrying using his hands. It That scene was so garbage. Go back to that scene and watch it again. Like, he was standing there and his hands were moving like this only. Neither his body was moving nor his head was moving, nothing. His hands were moving like this. It looked so bizarre. And I was like, what the hell is this? Obviously, I'm singling that part out because that part I felt like was the worst out of the whole battle. But the rest of the battle wasn't good either. It was just like bare minimum movement. But like I said, at least the characters are moving. Now they weren't moving up until now, they were just sliding. Yeah, in this episode there were also some sliding sections. But again, the characters were at least moving their arms or something, doing something, I guess. So in that sense, I guess you could say it's better than a few of the other episodes that we have seen, where there was literally no movement. Characters were just sliding left, right, center. At least it's not that bad. But again, it's a very low bar to cross. So like, yeah, that's the thing. So Zombie Man's battle was not good. Like I said, the animation was very, very like below average. Like, it was just not even below average, even a one step lower than below average. It was barely good enough. Like, I would say, like, it was um, Child Emperor and Flashy Flash's battle was kind of good. You know, this episode animation was like one step lower than below average. Yeah, that's what I think. So that was Zombie Man's battle, and then we had another section which I was very disappointed with, which was Amai Mask. Um, so Amai Mask versus this monster lady. Yeah, first and foremost, I'm not sure. Like, let me know in the comments. Was that battle this short? Like, it seemed like Amaimas just. There was like one scene only where Amaimas just took out all the enemies, and like, then the monster lady was like, "Oh, I surrender, forgive me." That was it. Was it this short in the manga as well? Because I felt like it was extremely short. But I guess these enemies weren't really that difficult, so maybe it was this short. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But still, I don't know. I expected something more maybe from this battle. Like Amai Mask, I was actually looking forward to see Amai Mask in action, and we did see him in action. But I don't know. It just felt very short to me. But maybe this is exactly how it was in the manga. So like, that's how it is. But either way, yeah, it was a little bit disappointing. But like I said, if they animated the manga faithfully and this is exactly how it was in the manga, then I guess it's fine. Right. But either way, that battle was that. We didn't really have enough stuff to really comment in that part. Then the other part, the other battle which we saw after that, which was also very bad, which was these three. Like, I don't know their names. Like Atomic Samurai's disciples, those three. Them fighting this hair guy. So yeah, this again, very bad animation. There was one particular scene you will see where three of them are in the same shot and three of them are fighting side by side. They literally just slapped a soundtrack, a sound effect, slapped in them screaming, and them just standing in one place. Like they're like, what do you call it? Characters are not moving. They're not moving. They're just in one scene and they're just vibrating a little bit, bare minimum, and that's it. That part was so laughably bad. Not once. They used that scene again later. Same scene. Them just standing still and just screaming and just having like bare minimum movement. Again, very bad. not good enough. But this scene again, like this battle did have a few of the sections where they were actually swinging their swords and everything. Like some sections were possible, bare below average, and then there was that horribly animated section where the characters were just standing still and just screaming and nothing else was happening. So either way, another horrible battle. Then we had Atomic Samurai fighting these guys, which wasn't really that much because I guess he just sliced them into pieces in a matter of few seconds. So Atomic Samurai section was okay, I guess. He was at least swinging his sword, unlike the other guys who were just standing still and just screaming. And the special effects were making it seem as if they're fighting while they're actually not in the animation. The animation is not moving; they're just standing still. But either way, yeah, Atomic Samurai was at least moving his katana. Another thing to talk about is something that I feel like a lot of people has said multiple times. I don't understand why they do the whole neon light, like disco light thing. This episode was, I don't know, was this more than usual? Because I feel like today, in my eyes, like those sections I don't really even like kind of clock most of the time is so like like abrupt and sudden. But today's episode, I feel like I was especially bothered by that because I was literally watching the episode and I was realizing how much they're using that. That purple, green, blue, yellow shade that they use. Sometimes it is so bright. I'm like, why are you doing this? What is that? Can't you just use normal colors like a normal sane human being? Like what is wrong with you people? That is horrible. I feel like even like the animation, like I'm kind of like I've just given up, I guess. But those sections were especially horrible today. I actually was getting pissed off whenever they were using those like fluorescent light shades. It was so bad and so like jarring, like in your face. Absolutely. There was like a section I saw, like there was a section which looked so cool, like this part, Atomic Samurai standing or something, and they ruined that with those jarring lights. you know Even in this horrible animation and horrible character model like festa that we're getting, like there was one scene I saw which I kind of liked I think it was Atomic Samurai. He was standing or doing something, and the character looked good enough, like actually looked pretty good, like the character model and everything, and they ruined that. That's one little section which looked good. They ruined that with those garbage jarring lights on our face. Fantastic job. Like there's barely any animation. This character models looks absolutely horrible, but the few amounts of scenes that we're at least getting a good character model, they're ruining it by those fluorescent lights in our face. Horrible episode. Like not as horrible as a few of the other episodes. Like I said, I feel like the worst episode is that episode where the characters just talk, and there was just one scene at the end which looked absolutely horrible. That, I think it was episode 6 or something. That episode is still the lowest ranked in my opinion. It's not as bad as that, obviously. This episode had way more animation than that episode and everything. Still, it was horrible. So yeah. Like just stop with the fluorescent lights. Like what is this? Yeah, I think today's episode used a lot of those sections with those like lights and everything. Oh no, it's not Atomic Samurai. This scene, you see this scene, this dude with who's one of Atomic Samurai's disciples, the one with the drill kind of thing. It was at this part. Go to that part and you'll see what I'm trying to say. This part where the hair dude comes in, and that other guy like uses his sword strikes, like sword blade kamaitachi that they call it, and then we see that dude with the pole in his hand, like a spear kind of thing, and the drills come out like out of it, looks like a drill, and they show a close-up shot of him, this part where he's just standing there. You see, like this, I feel like this is like the best character model of today, where he's like just standing there. Just look at this character model here, looks absolutely amazing. Like he's like scrunching his face like that with the thing in front of his hand. I think it's like at 1555 timestamp, at that point, like of the episode timestamp 1555, that type. That character model looks so good, and look at the color. It's like red and yellow, orangish. They ruined this part using this jarring ass color. That is why I'm pissed off today. Like, the colors really pissed me off today. Like, it's just on your face, absolutely unnecessarily just there. Yeah, just ruining the experience, which is already subpar, ruin it in it even more. Nah, man, this is ridiculous. Either way, didn't like this episode. Right. And there you go. That is what I think about today's episode. The animation, Alright, let's talk about today's episode. What happened today? We got to see three battles, right? Three individual battles. The first one was Zombie Man versus Vampire Guy. And this part was pretty straightforward. Vampire Guy didn't know he was a zombie at first, and then he realized, like, he was like, oh, you might be mortal. And obviously, the vampire, he's like, like, this is the thing with vampires. I feel like in every single beat movie or whatever I see, like anime, vampires are extremely egotistical and narcissistic type of tendencies they have. Always like kind of like have this weird superiority complex. Yeah, this vampire was the same as well. He was like, you like lower ranked like creatures will never be able to do anything to me. You might be S rank, but all that nonsense he was spewing. And he was attacking Zombie Man and everything, and Zombie Man obviously is a zombie, so he doesn't die. And then in the end, he just gets chopped up by Zombie Man. What's funny about Zombie Man? I just realized it now. Not realized it, but I just thought about this. Usually in like games and stuff, like like in zombie games and stuff, you like fight zombies, and as a character you usually have like a gun or something, like, or like some like melee weapons like hatchet or like some kind of a baseball bat, and you like fight zombies with that. And there's so many zombie games. Like, one of the most popular zombie games, like the Resident Evil series, like there's so many other zombie games, like it's usually like characters with guns, right? Like, guns and like melee weapons. This is very interesting because Zombie Man, being a zombie, he uses those weapons to fight others. So it's kind of a very interesting like a twist in his character, where even though he's a zombie, he uses the same type of weapons and everything, like guns and stuff, which other games like main characters use to attack zombies with. So that's kind of funny. Anyways, so yeah, he doesn't really die. He just regenerates and everything. And yeah, and as we can see, like, he, like, from what I could understand, he's not particularly strong, but what is like interesting about him is that since he's a zombie, he doesn't really die, so he has like infinite retries or something like that. And like, and the thing is, your enemy who's attacking you, they are going to get tired. Like, if they keep killing you like 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 5 time, 100 time, 200 times, they keep killing you more and more, and you just don't die, you just keep regenerating back. It doesn't matter if you're weak, your opponent is going to get tired, and then you can just take him out. That's what it is. And I'm pretty sure Zombie Man also doesn't feel pain. I'm not 100% sure, but since he's a zombie, I'm guessing his pain receptors and stuff doesn't work, so him dying is not, again, it's an assumption, I'm not 100% sure. He might be feeling pain, I'm not exactly sure, but I would assume he doesn't feel pain, because he's a zombie. And if that's the case, if he actually doesn't feel pain, this is like some cheat ability he has. Like, he's not going to die unless and until someone like obliterates him, like cuts him into like molecular particles, like Atomic Samurai or someone like that, you know, or like just you know, like seal him away somewhere, just blast him into like, you know, like the space, outer space or something. Unless until you do that, you're chill, you know. Again, like I said, if he doesn't feel any pain, if he feels pain, then this is horrible. This is like freaking ReZero then. Like, you know, Subaru just dying multiple times and going through the trauma over and over again. It's literally that then. If he, I would assume so, if he doesn't feel pain, then this is really good. Like, you know, just, like, you know, like you're just cutting me, chopping me off, killing me, and oh, I just regenerated again. Keep attacking me, keep killing me, and then when you're tired off and just, you know, like, you cannot do anything, I'll take you out. And that's literally what he did to the vampire guy. And it's so crazy because all these other monsters who were like waiting there, they are so damn dumb that even after seeing that, they were thinking that they have a chance against Zombie Man. And they thought Zombie Man is trying to run away, but Zombie Man went to the door and locked it, and he's like, yeah, like, you guys better not run away from here. And there you go. I just took them all out at once. But yeah, there you go. That was Zombie Man's battle. And then we had those three guys facing off against this lady monster here. Again, I don't know her name. But you know, the lady with the whip. And these three tried to take, you know, go and fight against her, but didn't really work out that well, or you know, like we didn't really see them fight that much because Amai Mask comes in and interrupts them. And as you can see, Amai Mask doesn't get affected by the lady's whip. Now, I do wonder why they haven't really explained it, but I'm guessing the reason behind it is because I think Amai Mask himself says something along the lines of, I'm not so weak as to be brainwashed. Yeah, something like that. I'm guessing it's because, you know, he is extremely, you know, Amai Mask, he's very, I would say, egotistical. Like, he thinks and he believes that he's one of the best people here. He's one of the strongest. He's one of the best superstars. And that is probably the reason why he has such self confidence, like, or I guess you could say overconfidence, that he, there's no like way to exploit his insecurities because he doesn't have any insecurities. He's that much like prideful about himself or something like that, I feel like, you know, because that's the thing. I feel like brainwashing, like as like this lady is doing, it works in a way where you manipulate other people's mind by taking advantage of their weakness, like mental weakness, like insecurities and stuff, maybe, you know. But this guy is so probably full of himself that he doesn't even believe that he has any weakness. And that's probably the reason why he was not able to be brainwashed, because he's like, you know, he thinks he's the most beautiful person, like he's narcissistic as well. So, you know, like it doesn't work on him probably. Again, it's a guess, but I it would kind of make sense. That is the reason why he was not brainwashed, because he's just so full of himself. And that exactly worked perfectly against a monster like this, who manipulates other people by, you know, making them fall in love with her or something. But Amai Mask probably loves himself the most. So there you go. Didn't work. Again, it's just a guess, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is something like that. And you know, he's also pretty strong. As you can see, he just goes and just destroys the others. We also get to know that this lady was apparently Amai Mask's fan. You know, when she was a human, I guess, and she's like kind of looking towards, she's like, oh, I'm going to make him my like slave or something like that, she was saying. And then Amai Mask just destroyed everyone in a matter of seconds. Right, and then Amai Mask just took out his whip, and she's like, I'm sorry, forgive me, I shouldn't have done that, I surrender. Right. I'm at your command, Master Amai Mask. And right here, this part, I need to check this part. She says something a bit weird. She says, you're not human. Okay, so again, this part, like I said, there's a possibility she was, you know, this was just a way of speaking where like she was like, oh, you're not human, like, that's how surprised he was, how inhuman his ability was. Or she was literally saying he's not human. So I'm not 100% sure which way she meant it. Did she meant it exactly literally that he's not human, he's like something else? Or this was just a way of speaking that, oh, you're not human, your abilities are inhumane, or something like that. Again, I'm not exactly sure how exactly to take this line, literally or in a more, like a symbolic way. I don't know. Anyways, that was it for her, I guess. Amai Mask, like, won that battle, and then we saw Butagami as well, big god. That dragon looking, lizard looking thing was saying a lot of crap to him, and he just ate him. I don't know why this part looked so funny to me, where he was just swallowing that lizard thing, and the lizard thing was like the tail was like flapping like this. Like it looked like how like a snake swallows something whole. I'm sure you guys must have seen like videos like a nature documentaries of snakes like just swallowing something whole, where they're like in midway, like swallowing in mid process of swallowing, and the whatever it's swallowing is like just flapping or something. It's exactly like that. It just looks so weird that a human is eating a lizard, where it's usually the reverse. Usually like the lizard eats the human, right? It looks so weird and comical that I don't know. This section was pretty funny. He's just sitting like this, and the lizard is like flapping its tail, trying to get away. Right, and then we had the final battle, these three against this hair guy. Now, this hair guy was pretty strong, like, yeah, but they persevered. We also got a section where the three disciples of Atomic Samurai were thinking about back when their teacher, Atomic Samurai, said something to them about, they made a question, ask him a question that, oh, what will happen if someone you like comes in front of you who's like extremely strong, is like an unbelievably dangerous being comes in front of you, what will you do? A monster that no human could ever defeat. And that which Atomic Samurai answered that, oh, then I'll have to surpass being a human. That's what I'm going to do. Right. And yeah, and they persevered at the end. In the end, this hair guy, all his hair was gone, so he just, he failed. I guess he got defeated. Yeah, right. And then we saw Atomic Samurai fighting this guy, this mecha dude who Child Emperor fought before. The crazy part about this is, I don't know, again, like he did run away at the end, but the mecha dude was like, oh, I have calculated and I have, like all the data I have about you, I can replicate your moves. And he did replicate their moves, but you can see Atomic Samurai probably surpassed himself at that moment and surpassed all those moves and just cut him into pieces. And immediately he ran away, as you can see. So that was that. And then we have this freaking weird looking thing. I don't know what he reminds me of. He has this weird looking antenna on his head. Yeah, so this is like a weird type of a creature, this is. Anyways, this thing is like going to confront Atomic Samurai now. I'm assuming this thing is strong based on the fact that they're pairing him up with Atomic Samurai. So yeah, next episode we'll see what happens. And that's where it ended. So there you go. That was it. That was my reaction to episode number 10 of One Punch Man Season 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.